I'm coming.
Days.
Yeah. I might need a little liquid courage to get through this adventure.
All right, all right.
Fortunately, I got a cold one.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, y'all. Cheers,
Yeah.
brother. It gets better.
I hope so.
It does get better. All right, we ain't got the best of news, but let me say a couple things before we get into it. I'm gonna see if I can watch myself live here. Let me redo this.
Oh, there you go. At least it's not freezing cold.
Oh yeah, we're live.
I could say at least a lot of things. It's not freezing cold.
Oops. I
I can say at least a lot of things. It's not freezing cold.
All right, that's great. Now I can see the questions.
There you go.
This thing is glitching though. I don't know what it's doing.
I'm glitching. Good grief.
Hey y'all. Let me say. So I got on michaeljsteen.com under the tab at the top says the Great Loop. I've started my daily logs. I got one log up, and I'm gonna do a daily log on there. And what's more important for y'all, I'll have a map showing where we are, like how much we've completed. So that'll get important over time. And I'll get on the fun stuff first, and then we'll get to the other aggravation stuff.
Always.
So one of the subscribers said this, and I can't remember who it is, but when you see this, say something about it. But he said he had an idea he said for me and Marty to grow beards. So I'm not a beard guy. I hate to get hair on my neck, drives me crazy.
Yep.
But I am going to do the goatee thing.
Nice.
Now, I don't know for how long I'm going to do it. We'll see. I do I don't mind the goatee. I very seldom grow them, and usually didn't get to in the fire police. They didn't allow it, during the time. But so I am going to grow it. And then I thought today, I didn't tell you this, one of the cool things I'll do is at some point I'll get ready. I'm going to shave it. At some point it'll get to be too much. And the first person that says when I do shave it, I'll probably give away a t-shirt or something. So in other words, a video will come out and I won't have the goatee anymore. And so if you notice it, then you say something. That'll be kind of fun.
Okay.
But
yeah, maybe I'll cut my ponytail off. I was working on my motors a lot with it, like in my face, and
I guess the guy's idea was if we had started growing beards as we progressed on the loop, they would get longer and longer. And I'm definitely, I don't know. We'll just see how fun. If you want to play along and you start growing yours right now, I'll do a video. Y'all send me pictures. That would be kind of cool.
Sure.
And then we meet up with you and you show, we'll get some video. But
I started growing this before I quit my construction job, and it wasn't here. It was just everywhere. And people were like, "Dude, when are you gonna get a haircut?" And I was like, "When I start getting respect at my job." They're like, "Dude, your hair's gonna get real long." And obviously,
all right, let me turn this just
I had to
one
quit
here.
my job actually.
Yeah, tough thing there, Marty.
I tell you,
having to quit your job.
Yeah, I'm afraid to cut my hair, then I'll have to go get a job again.
All right. So,
where are we at?
Cool, very cool. We are in Pelican Bay.
A little windy out.
Making
the shades rattle.
We're
a little gray.
Yeah, because when we did the last one, we weren't here yet.
Right. You see that the sky is pretty gray.
Yep. So we're sitting in that favorite bay, y'all. We've done a video about this on both of our channels. If you look back, you can see the Pelican Bay trip. I think it was called Pelican Bay 2020. Mine was, but we got in here. That was a good call. Marty called it or suggested it, and we worked our way down here. It was really pretty. We was coming in as the sun was setting right over Boca Grande Pass. It was really nice. We were coming in right as we could just see without lights, but we had to have our navigational lights on. And you'll see the videos, obviously, about it. it was pretty nice coming in here. The anchorage was a little more rolly than normal last night. We were tied up like we do, and it rolled.
We shouldn't have been.
Yeah, we shouldn't have been. We're untied now. Kontiki is over a little bit over there, but
yeah, too much. He's going up while I'm going down and bouncing, and giant fenders we have came into play. But
yeah. Oh, without them, we couldn't have done it.
We were still on one anchor, 2 boats.
Yeah, and you know, we tell you the good and the bad, and the bad is the first thing that we do, and I learned a lesson. I'll tell you my quick lesson, Captain's Corner thing, is I dropped my anchor. Let me see, 2 nights ago. Yeah, 2 nights ago, we were at a little spot, and I dropped the anchor.
Sorry.
I dropped the anchor, and Marty came over and tied up. It appeared to be holding at first, and I have anchored there before, and we dropped it. It held great, no problem. So we go. I think what was I doing? I was getting ready for dinner, you know, and I got preoccupied. And next thing I know, Marty says, "I think we're dragging." Shoot, we done dragged 100 yards. We done dragged 100 yards, and so I instituted a new rule for me. And my new rule is, so we have anchor alarms on our phone. So before I can cut my engines off, I'll set my anchor alarm.
It tells you your current location via GPS, and if you drift far one way, you can allow how much drift before it's. This way, if your anchor is drifting, it's encouraging. You don't have to go out and check to make sure you're in the same spot. Your phone will tell you you're dragging.
No, only downside to it is if you're down in
the check your phone. You're like,
hey,
I'm not drifting.
Yeah, our signal is good. We trying to make the sound better. Is everything good on that, y'all?
Hit or miss with these lives, I think.
Team M&M, y'all, Kayak 7 Seas. He's on his. He's got a channel. He's the one gave me. But we Kayak 7 Seas. I'm gonna let Marty tell you his news, and then we'll answer a few questions, and they're gonna be super long because we're gonna try to get some dinner. It's been a long day, stressful day.
Yep. Yeah, but you know, it's funny that my stress is culminating here. Every single day there's been adversity. The first day was dragging anchor myself, a huge anchor that I thought I could really be confident in, and it failed. And I'm like, man, this is the thing I could count on, really, and it fails. The second thing was that, thinking that the motor was blown up, pretty much, right? There was actually another thing where I had got vapor locked because I tried to switch tanks with. It's worked in the past, and all of a sudden the motor didn't work, and I was working on one motor at the time, and I thought, now I'm down to nothing. So Mike came over, and he suggested taking the filter off and filling it with fuel, putting it back on, and the engine cranked. I'm like, okay, we're back on the way. All's good. We'll make it to Pelican Bay, and then I'll figure out that oil line that popped off. I'll figure it out once and for all. And then there was the anchor alarm going off every single night, and the roly-poly seas, and worrying about breaking free. I barely slept. Woke up in the morning as early as I could. There's a super chat by somebody, Ken Byrne.
Ken Byrne, super chat, buddy. Appreciate you. Ken's gonna be our first person aboard Good Times. He's gonna come down and spend some time on Good Times. You'll all have an opportunity. So thank you, Ken.
So anywho's, I woke up in the morning. I barely had the strength to put the sugar and the milk and the coffee and lift it to my mouth, and I thought, now the first thing I got to do is go in the bilge, put on my old clothes that I've been wearing for 3 days because I might get filthy. Because the first thing I got to do is get all that oil out. I use an extractor pump, a little stick to push around the pump, and it was miserable work down in the bilge. But I got all the oil up, didn't spill a drop into the bilge. I was kind of proud of that. Put some pads down to soak up whatever left there might have been down there, and then with Mike's help, we got the oil line secured back on, and then I filled up the motor with oil.
We should have videoed that.
I guess. I don't know if I did or not. I think I did. I said the moment of truth, and I turned the key, and oh my God. Yeah, I don't know if there's any Lord of the Rings there. This is what it keeps coming to mind. Maybe I'm a geek. I don't know. But I remember that Balrog dragged Gandalf down into the abyss, right? In the mines of Moria. And then there was a ring wraith that stabbed Frodo. And you didn't know if he was going to die or not. And then there was one thing after the other. And yet the adventure continued. I hope we'll, be able to get through. But it's definitely altered what happened when I turned the key. Proved that we are in for some mechanicking on Kontiki. I felt terrible about it because I feel like I'm dragging the trip back. But you're saying you were enjoying...
I was telling Marty I wasn't ready. Marty's did a massive amount of work on Kontiki getting it ready, and I felt like we actually left and everything wasn't perfect on good times. But then again, it never is. I could have waited, and we'd have never got this thing started
until it was too late.
Yeah, and that's right. So
I mean, 1,000 metaphors and memes, whatever you call it, come to my mind where every time I talk about it, I get a little verklempt. Sorry, but seriously, I mean, when you encounter something that is difficult, I told Mike, I said, if I was in front of an audience of actual people right now, I'd ask you all, how many of you have tried something and failed? And you're heartbroken and you're like, oh man, show of hands, how many? All of you, right? You've all tried stuff. You test your mettle as to when it happens, what do you do? Sorry, I'm an emotional guy. It's been a long day. Yeah. With no sleep. Just a beer.
Yeah.
But I must say, with the help of my friend, cheers, thank you. We will get through this adversity and continue, and hopefully inspire other people out there who may be having troubles or doubts to continue.
Scott Wyatt, he did the. I'll make sure I get that $5 to him. He started the $4.99 official start of the engine fund. Absolutely. Absolutely. Good job, Scott. I appreciate that because it's going to be an expensive undertaking. No doubt about it.
Yeah, but you know what?
But let me say this. Marty won't say a lot. He won't say stuff like this, but he spent a ton of money on Kontiki getting it ready, for this trip, as I did. We both did. And it's going to be expensive. It is a setback. He has said though that it's just part of the trip. When you get knocked down, if you stay down, you're done.
Yeah.
But we'll stand it back up.
You know what though? It's also like when we're setting schedules aside. We're not worried too much about getting there.
Yeah.
Too many people do. I gotta get there. You get nuts. And him and I are both like of the mindset that we'll get there when we get there.
That's right.
Which is very advantageous considering, if the boat doesn't work, where else do I go? Because that's home for me. So although we'll be a little delayed to getting to the East Coast, I saw somebody say they're so sorry. I mean, yeah, me too. I get it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, don't mind if it's a 3-year trip. Exactly.
More time.
Yeah, I mean, it's more things to see and less to miss. More places, more time to loiter in places like Clewiston or Indiantown or Cape Coral or wherever.
Let me say this: there's always a bright side to everything.
Sure.
And here's a couple of the bright sides. He right when he bought these motors, he doesn't know how old they are. They ran good and all, but who knows? Mm-hmm. So the good news is at least starboard engine will be brand new, rebuilt. We have a company already starting to work. Yep, they're Chevys. They're powerful motors. They're very common. The other good side to this is if you're thinking about doing this, motor switch outs is probably the most daunting thing that could happen. Yeah. And it would probably end the trip for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
It will not end the trip for us, but at least you'll get to see it happen. Mm-hmm. We've both done it.
Yep.
He done it 2 on his, I done 2 in here. and so you'll get to see it happen. The other side to it, we were kind of getting in a rush because of the weather, but for any of our viewers down in the Fort Myers, Naples area, central southern area, we're gonna set up a meetup. We'll have that very soon because we're gonna be more in this area a little longer. And we actually had a real, you'll see this. We'll probably, if we're there tomorrow, we'll do a live from 5 there. We had a subscriber offer us a dock, and we're going there, offer the fuel, help us. And you'll see what we're out talking about, fuel buddies, what they are. And we're going to get to meet them. They're going to do dinner and all. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to, each time we stop and people, have us over, I want to learn what their specialty food is. I want to do a little subject on cooking. So y'all be thinking about that.
I hope it's Frankston beans.
Yeah.
I love Frankston beans. I'm so
Dude,
easy,
I have
so
an
easy to
excellent
cook.
recipe about
Do
that.
you?
Oh yeah, came whenever back when we were young. Didn't have
Put
food.
the can on the
No,
fire. And
no.
then
This
you
is
put the
called
beans.
this is gourmet beans and franks.
Okay.
Believe that. I'll make it. You'll see what I mean.
I'm gonna be like this.
Gourmet. but so those are some of the bright sides.
A lot of bright sides. Today, a moment after I realized, I got to do some mechanicking to keep this train going. Although we're going to continue on with one motor.
Yeah.
A guy that I met on the water when I was kayaking and fishing. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. Now I know a little bit. Then I knew nothing. He showed up, a happen chance meeting. He was kayaking out. I was sitting in the creek, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "I don't know. You getting eaten by bugs?" And he's like, "All the big fish are out there. What, come with me. I'll show you." He says, "The fish out there this big," and I'm like, "You're right." He's like, "I'm telling you." So I thought, well, this guy sounds like he knows what he's doing, and he showed me. He caught a big trout and a big redfish, I believe it was. It might have been a snook. It was like 15 years ago, but he caught it on a topwater. I had never used an artificial before, and he gave me a Super Spook Junior, which I still have to this day. Didn't lose it. I mean, he was very generous, and he came here today. He's now living on a sailboat. I don't know if I've inspired him or not. He preferred not to be on camera, so I didn't film him, but he's a big influence to me.
I got him a little bit.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, I got a little bit. That's funny about the Super Spook Junior because you gave me one.
Isn't that something?
And I'm sure it's from that.
Yeah,
I was
pay it forward.
Yep,
That guy he didn't know me from Adam. I happen to have a Florida State University. Is that right?
Florida State.
Yeah.
FSU.
The one with the F on it.
Seminoles. Oh no, Florida.
Florida
Gators.
Florida Gators hat. Yeah.
Yeah, Gator hat.
I saw the hat in the store. I was like, "Ooh, look, it's got an F on it," because
Gay
F hat.
tours.
He thought I was a Gators fan. He pulled over and he helped me out, and he was very generous. And it's led to a friendship that, to this day, I just got to see him.
Yeah,
I haven't seen him forever.
Super nice guy.
Yeah.
Had a lot of boat stories.
Yes.
Already.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, he's living on. He sailed up, literally in a sailboat with one motor.
I heard a guy holler, "Marty! Marty!" He was coming up behind.
Yeah. And on the way here already, there's been a couple of boats that went by, and they're like, "Oh my crap, there he is!" So obviously, I know I'm inspiring people, which is good, and I want to continue to do that. So
Cool deal.
thank you guys for inspiring me to.
So we won't
plowing ahead.
so to probably to answer a few questions, it's going to roll out, and then we'll ask. I'll answer. We'll ask. I'll read some questions, and Marty can answer those. But we're already. We're just going to slow down. We're probably not going to cross Lake O. I've got to go back somewhere around Monday-ish, Sunday, Monday, whatever. And that means it's going to be interesting. We're probably a little sooner than we thought. We got to find a place to anchor up. I've already started checking marinas, like where we're going to stay. And I'll come to it. I already started checking places. So what's probably going to happen is we'll find a place to anchor. Marty will watch Good Times. I got to get my solar panels finished. I'm close.
I get to sit still.
Get set still for a few. Yep, for a little period of time, and then we'll keep you abreast. But
always boat work to do, fishing.
Yep.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, we already checked out the marina, probably where we'll pull the motor at and all that. So we're already on top of it. It's already gonna happen.
Yeah.
No doubt. Miranda Bowling, thank you for that super chat. Adding to the engine fund. Thank you so much. The other thing is, you gonna turn on what? Your Patreon, maybe? I'm gonna tell you, he ain't gonna say it. It's gonna cost a lot. So y'all, a little bit drop in the bucket each person would be awesome. We don't expect no big money for nobody. Just it'll help.
I mean, it comes from so many places, though. My friend, there's another one. I mean, my friend
Charlie Dendy. Thanks, Charlie. Appreciate that.
Awesome.
Appreciate that.
And then
Charlie, you hit twice, buddy.
Twice. Chuck, my friend Chuck Wade, he showed up. He'll be in one of my videos. He came up and brought the oil that I needed. Oh man, there's another one. You guys.
And Anthony Amadio, good luck, Marty. You got this. Let's meet when you get back to the area.
Heck yeah.
I'm close in the Big Manatee River.
Nice. Dang,
Ross,
man.
California. I appreciate that, Ross. Let me ask you a question.
Too much, man.
Let me ask you a question. Do we have anybody watching, and if so, in the Fort Myers area? Because I'll show of hands if you're interested in a meetup, maybe Saturday-ish, something like that.
There's just Justin, DIY kayak DOY. Sorry.
Yep.
He mentioned he's in Cape Coral, and he's got a seawall for us to hang out. And he offered some help in the past. I'd love to take him up on his offer.
We're gonna, like I said, we got one tomorrow, but yeah, for just like any subscribers, we're thinking about a little meetup, as we're going to be there for a little while. So we're basically going to hold up in the Caloosahatchee River. So we're thinking about a Saturday meetup. Y'all say something about it if you're in the area, and then we'll see what we got going. Let's see. Something got help for review.
I do appreciate all the help. All you guys reaching out.
Yeah.
Again, my friend Chuck showed up, and he probably spent $100. He brought a case of beer. This is probably one of the ones that he brought. Thank you, Chuck. He wouldn't take any money from me, and it just. Who is that?
Ken Rain. He says
Florida Buckeyes. Thank you.
Thank you, Florida Buckeye. And Kim Brain threw out there a $50 a month challenge. Kim Brain, thank you, buddy. You're one of our best.
I'll tell you. You know what? There's one of our followers, Thomas English. Before I left, he sent me a package. It showed up in the mail, and it was a few bottles of wine. I did get it, Thomas. Thank you so much. I'm gonna have to. I can't mix beer and wine. It's bad idea. If you've ever tried that, don't do it.
BTS, Wayne mate, Chesapeake Bay meetup, definitely. And as y'all all know, if we're a good ways away from you, send me an email to mike@michaeljsteen.com and just put where you are, and then we'll so that we can work up a meetup in that area. Hey, Joe says here to the engine fund, not much, but hope it helps, brother. Every little part. We don't. That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
I'm looking for. I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of folks and one of the hard parts, like today, my friend that I haven't seen forever, Rick, I'll give away his name. It was hard to say goodbye because you see people and then all of a sudden we got to keep going. We got to keep chugging along. I said goodbye to a lot of friends.
Yeah.
But we're gonna meet a lot more along the way. So
Kayak 7 Seas, thank you there, buddy. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna keep it going and hopefully inspire a lot of people out there to follow their dreams, whatever it is. I thought if this great loop attempt failed, at least we tried it. And there's a lot of people out there I think are afraid to take the step because afraid to fail, and I am not afraid. So whatever, we do it.
Well, even if it went down to one boat, it's on. It don't
Honestly,
matter.
you know, we're together in this, so we have 3 motors left.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
a lot has to
Kontiki has
happen.
done really good on one motor. That's what we came 40 miles on one.
Look at these folks. They're so nice.
Scott Winnett,
Puppy dog.
Culture, Lifestyle, and Travel. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Chad Griffins. Listen, guys. What we need to do is, do you have yours turned on your channel?
No.
Okay. All right.
No, I mean,
We're gonna work on that,
we'll work on it.
we'll
I
do.
got a lot to work on.
I'm thinking we're gonna probably do a really cool, like a barbecue or something. We'll start working on something.
Yeah, we need to have some major meetups. I want to arrange maybe a kayak giveaway.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Nice raffle.
I want to give back a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, as much as I can along the way.
Yes. So we did have, and I'll be able to go back and look. Just to make it easier, y'all, if you don't mind, because we're going to set up probably something this Saturday in the Fort Myers area. I've already spotted a couple city parks. It's kind of hard for me to catch up and read and do all this. Send me an email if you don't mind to mike@michaeljsteen.com. You're in the area. Can you make Saturday? Just put a time. We're pretty flexible.
This Saturday?
This Saturday.
We're going to be where?
Fort Myers area. I won't know exactly. We'll be able to tell you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I already have some parks I've already seen, but what we need to get over there and put eyes on it and what have you. Yeah. So send us an email to mike@michaeljsteen.com and say what time Saturday, what would work for most of, just whatever your time you think would work.
Yeah, we got to get some provisions, some fuel, and
yep.
We're doing it the hard way, aren't we?
No, we got to help tomorrow. We got to fuel buddy tomorrow.
Right, that's right.
He's going to take us, help us fuel, help us to the store. Things have changed obviously since this morning from what we were originally going to do. You know, that's
one of the things I like about it. You don't know what's around the bend. You know?
Yep, that's right. You know that new saying, wonder what's around the bend or what's going to happen tomorrow.
I have no idea. That's not a gimmick.
Yeah. Let's see.
How much you need? I see somebody asking me. Thank you. No, I've been. You know what? I'm doing this loop because of people like yourself. So I've got pretty much what I need. A little help along the way is much appreciated. Along the way, I'm going to get more help than I deserve probably. And I'm going to learn a lot of lessons. I'll never start the motors without checking the oil again. I will not take my eyes off of those gauges. I will learn from my mistakes and hopefully endure and make it through this adventure.
And hopefully y'all can learn from our mistakes.
Sure.
I'll guarantee you if you're sitting at home on the couch, you're not making any mistakes.
Yes. Our blunders hopefully prevent
a
lot more blunders from other folks and enable them to go out and have good times of their own.
That's right. And we want to bring some of y'all along. That'll be blast.
Heck yeah.
That is really the best part of this is meeting people and how everybody is right here. This is unbelievable.
Yes, indeed.
Tom Morehouse.
Thank you.
Oh, excellent. He said when we get to Chicago, I'd be more than happy to show us where to catch some bass. Tom, email at mike@michaeljsteen.com, whatever city with, you know.
I like when he says when we get to Chicago.
Yeah.
I appreciate your confidence is like.
That's right.
1 mile at a time, man. So far.
Any of these spots where you're from, if you want to do a meetup, send us an email. If you just put it up here, ever how long it is from now, there's no way for us to know. That's why we have an email. So
I can't wait to meet some other loopers too. Like I followed for quite a while before I jumped off with Mike. What yacht to do?
Yep.
And those are they have a great attitude and they were unsure about themselves and they've already done the loop once and they're doing it again.
Awesome.
What yacht to do?
Yeah.
I've watched every single video that they've put out there.
That's a good
ridiculous.
one.
Yeah. So, and I heard that they're following us. So, thank you guys for the inspiration.
Asian carp. Somebody said they're going to show us where to catch some Asian carp. Then ones jump in the boat with you.
With a net.
Yeah, they jump in the boat with you.
Okay. What's for dinner tonight? I see that question.
Good deal. Hamburgers on the grill. We
I was gonna make stew and then
yeah, just the timing with all this jumping off. We have some hamburger left over. We made. I think did we show you chili? We made chili the other day. I don't know if I showed you that, but we were underway and had the chili in the crock pot. That's the coolest thing about the boat. And while we were while we were cruising,
so
the chili was cooking, and then we got to wherever I think what day before yesterday, whatever. We had chili, fresh chili. Man, it was good.
I just got a message from Todd.
Hey. All right, guys. So
Hamburgers to do. We got mechanicking to do. We have adventures to live on. Tomorrow there's a front that's going to come through, and this gray sky is going to be rain and wind, and that's going to be adventurous. Just
we're probably going to get up early. We're going to jump off early and try to get down to St. James City.
Again? What, tomorrow?
Yeah, we got to beat that storm.
What?
Or we won't make it.
I thought we were...
Yeah. Got to get up early to try to get down there. Fortunately, St. James City, where this subscriber's hooking us up, it's only about 15 miles. So we're going to try to make that before the storm. Hey, this is a good time for us to try out our isinglass with the rain, but mainly because of the wind. The wind turns out of the east later in the day and picks up. So we need to get down there before, which is in the Fort Myers area for y'all that know the area. So from there, we're going to try to figure out something for Saturday, and we'll put it out on probably both channels. We'll find us a little park, kind of just an impromptu. We want to meet you, and y'all come hang out. We'll
hopefully.
Yeah.
Thanks to everybody that's contributed to the engine fund. I mean,
yeah, and this
it means a lot. Thank you.
Yes, and this obviously going to have to go on. We'll update you on some costs. I'm gonna try to get Marty to put together a dollar figure. It's So at least if you've never done it, you'll get to see what it's all about. So you gotta go to a marina, just to kind of give you the quick rundown. You got to have a marina that's got a forklift. If y'all go check out some of our videos, we both have them where we pulled engines. We got to pull the engine out, pick up a new engine, pay for it down in Fort Lauderdale. We already got a good place to get the engine, and then we got to bring it back, and then we got to put it in. But you'll get to see all that, and
those were good times, man.
Yeah, it was.
Seriously, that's where Mike and I met when I had a boat that didn't run, and we put 2 motors and 2 transmissions in my boat.
That's why I'm super confident. It's just a little bit of work. I bet my call is it's a day to pull it, 2 days to put it back, and then a couple days just to double check everything out.
The confidence that you build when you do stuff like that. It's the water pump went bad. Okay, so what?
Yeah.
Oh, the alternators aren't working. Okay, so what?
The reason we always tell y'all and what we talk about is why you need to do this. Learn to do the stuff yourself. This would be trip ending for most people. If you blew an engine and you didn't have, because if you had to pay somebody, $7,000-8,000 minimum to do it.
The only reason I can keep going is because
we can do it, and we can do it ourselves.
Nothing else. It's not a toy for me. This is life. And if your house all of a sudden the roof starts leaking, and you get an estimate, and it's like, oh man, it's going to be $15,000 for a new roof. You're lucky if it's $15,000.
Yeah.
Or central air conditioning or septic tank or something. Oh my God, it's so expensive. Usually, a lot of people got to take out second mortgages and stuff. I mean, that's disastrous. So I'm going to try to keep a stiff upper lip.
Yep.
Because my house, my home, now needs an extra, little bit of TLC.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll get her done. That's for sure. We'll get her done.
I don't know what else to do.
Let me just look at a couple questions here real quick. Anything that I'm sure other people will be wanting to know. I'm gonna, pardon me while I read right quick.
Pardon me while I whip this out.
Man, I can tell people already they working stuff out on.
I'm looking forward to just meeting people. Forget about the motor issue. Once we're beyond that, then what? How many miles are we into this? 80, 90?
Yeah, we're already 90 miles into it. Thanks,
into
John.
6,000.
Some people are asking for the email for the thing, and John will talk about you in a second, and Lindsay. Mike at michaeljsteen.com. So it's MICH. I'm gonna write it in the notes.
That's a good idea.
Ken, anytime you see it, you can write it. Ken's one of our moderators.
Yeah, you know, again, Cayo Costa. I went when I was very new in kayaking. A girl, who knows if she's following this, but she convinced me. She was very cute. She convinced me to go kayaking from Pine Island to Cayo Costa, where we were going to spend the night. And I was like, okay. And the second we left, the wind was in our face, and I knew we had to go 6 miles kayaking. It was ridiculous. The storms building behind us. I thought we were going to die, and yet we made it. And then we had to cross Cayo Costa. So I was dragging our kayaks behind us, and I thought I was going to die. Oh my gosh, but we finally made it. We made it to the campsite, and then we were under all these stars. The sky here is really beautiful. I'm sure there are places where it's better, but from where I'm from, the sky at night is so nice. That night.
Explain why that is there, real quick.
The light pollution?
Yeah.
Yeah. This, when you're far away from lights, all of a sudden there's stars that you didn't. Orion. Anybody out there who knows what Orion is, the constellation? When you see it, normally you see 3 dots that represent the belt, and then you might see the 2 shoulders and 2 legs, and that's about it. Maybe the belt, the knife that's on Orion's belt. I saw it last night, and it seemed cluttered. Like there was so many other stars
that you don't normally
intermingled. See. It was like a different sky completely. It was absolutely dead gorgeous. It was that night when I came here with that girl, and then not only that, but it was summertime. And there was so much bioluminescence in life. Every crash of a wave lit up like it was neon. It was beautiful. And it was me and my lady friend, and we were dancing around on the beach and frolicking, and so much adversity to get to that spot made it so much better. And I think back on that. In this spot, Cayo Costa, right there. I'm looking at Cayo Costa through the window.
It's right there.
It's right there. And here we are again, faced with adversity, and I wonder what is the reward going to be. I don't want to see you skinny dipping, Mike, please, but I know that there are going to be rewards.
He got a great meeting today. I'm gonna put it up on the community chat.
What an amazing shot! Yeah,
it was a great picture. I was doing a test on the back deck.
Monkey Man was climbing around on the top of his boat.
I'm gonna put it up on the community thing so y'all can see it. Let me call out some of these super chats.
Yes, thank you guys.
John's Garage. I don't know if you're going to put it out, that video. We talked earlier about, before we are pretty much got our plan going to switch out, about him putting up a video. But when you hear the motor running, it's I think the good thing that we did by stopping it is if we need the heads, we don't damage the heads.
Right. Yeah, instead of just continuing to run it until it just seizes up or something. But oh my God, it makes such a horrendous noise.
John's Garage said, pass on for engine beer fun. Greetings from Chicago. Unfortunately, it's too cold to boat up here. Yeah, I believe. Lindsay Fish, keep pushing ahead, Marty.
Thank you.
The Fish family in Safety Harbor believes in you.
Thank you. You know, that it's pushing ahead, and there's people in Chicago, on the Great Lakes at least, that I know that they are so determined to live on a boat in the wintertime, even up there where it's freezing cold, and the water is colder than freezing. They have bubbles that keep the water from freezing, so the water doesn't crush their hulls. I mean, what? And then they saran wrap their boats to keep all the heat in. There's people out there. There are some badass people out there.
There was a boater. I bought a boat up in Michigan. This guy was such an avid boater. When he went down to the river, if the river was froze over, he'd take his backhoe and knock the ice, break the ice, so he could put his boat out in there.
There's some wackadoos out there, man. You know, it gives me inspiration. I've met and seen a lot of people online that are amazing folks.
I'm going to self-law ask Mike, are you going to do the entire loop? Absolutely.
Sure. We need to, they call it crossing your own wake.
Yeah.
That means, and I learned that from what you had to do. You come back around and you get back to where you started, and the hypothetical wake that you made when you first started, you're crossing that. That's the goal.
Yeah.
What else is there?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
if I got to do it in the Bass Raider, man.
Seymour, $10. Thank you, buddy. Psycho
Cheers.
B. Hey, Marty, never commented on your videos, but have been subscribed for a long time. It's not a lot, but I hope this helps. $20, brother.
Dude.
That's awesome.
That's too generous. Thank you, sir.
That's awesome.
I just hope
That's
I
awesome.
can share a beer with some of you guys.
Yes, absolutely.
At the very least, offer inspiration to go out and again do your thing, whatever it is that scares you. You know, I can't say that I'm not scared, but we're gonna do it.
Yep. So I tell you what, we're gonna wrap it up. Oh, you read that. We'll finish it out with a. I'm gonna go outside with the camera and let you see Pelican Bay, because y'all didn't actually get to see that yesterday.
It's kind of great today.
It's kind of great, but at least you get to see the bay. Go in and check out some of our Pelican Bay videos, and you really get to see it. The sand sprit right over there, which is a little beach. We probably won't go to that this trip. And then Kayak Costa State Park, where you go in, if you go in where he was talking about earlier.
That's right.
We're going to show that. You can see that. But anyways, let's go outside. We really do appreciate everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate everybody's help. Let me do a 360 out here and let you take a look right quick.
Do it. Right behind.
And then tomorrow we'll come to you live from a subscriber's house down in St. James City. That'll be cool. This technology is unbelievable. So this is Pelican Bay. All right, y'all see this? There's quite a few boats out here because of the. Let me flip this thing around instead of me trying to do that. I can see what y'all are seeing. Reason this is such a popular anchorage is that you can see the only opening is right there. Actually, there is one over there, but it's very small. So you get in here and get up near these trees, and you can get real good coverage. It is nice out here. Guys, hey, that brings up a question. Somebody said they wondered how long we would be in barefoot and tank tops.
As long as possible.
As long as possible. Got Kontiki sitting there on the hook.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all can see. There's a little entryway right there to the little it's like a little pond, I guess. If you go in on your map on Google, search Pelican Bay and take a look, and you'll see right where we are. Sun's already gone down, but let me turn the camera back around. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's nice out here. So hey, thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you so much for your help, guys.
We really do appreciate it. And we'll see y'all tomorrow. Yeah, we will. No question. No question. It's going to make for more interesting video. We'll talk to y'all later, and we're going to look forward to seeing you Saturday.
Thank you.